Welcome to a Brisk Byte. So, vectors and graphics. What's the beef? Let's find out. So this right here, this is a bitmap. If you ever use applications like Microsoft Paint or Photoshop, then you've used a bitmap. So this is a vector. If you ever used Illustrator or CorelDRAW or one of these other applications I've never really heard of, then there you go, congratulations. You've used a vector. And if you haven't, well, there are the lines that do this. So let me explain a bit more. So a bitmap is made of pixels, and a vector is made of shapes. And those shapes of the vector, they're scalable, they don't lose quality at all. For a bitmap, think of graph paper. And then if you scale those up, they look like hot garbage. You don't want that. And that's why a vector is typically what's used when you want to make a logo for your company or something else. A bitmap, you could use it. You're going to find that when you scale up and down for like maybe a billboard or something else, you're going to lose a lot of quality. So check this out. This is the zoom test. This is not an official test. This is just a method I would show people whenever they were like, okay, so what's the big deal about a vector? Boom, Photoshop. Okay, let's just zoom on in there. That's gross. You can see the pixels. Now Illustrator, now look at that. We got the same drawing in Illustrator. It looks exactly the same as it did small. No loss in quality. Those lines are still sharp and crisp. Vector/conversions.com, they say it pretty well. So bitmaps, think of it like you're painting. So you have your gradients, you can blend colors together. With a vector, think of it more like you're drawing, like drawing the outline of a shape. Every time you draw a vector, like every time you draw a line or a complete circle, that is an object. So you'll see it over in the layers. It makes every time you draw anything, even the smallest little dot, there's another object. But another nice thing about vectors is all those objects are editable. So like you can move points around, you can grab individual things. But still, if that sounds like a lot to you, you may just want to stick to a bitmap. But I'm not here to say one's better than the other. I'm just here to talk about
the beef.
You can also see here on the website, see the differences between the two. So look at that. There's a bitmap, there's a vector. Vectors don't do gradients. If they do gradients, it's probably like a bitmap-based process. So I mean, it's not really a vector, it's more bitmappy. Bitmap all day if you want, nothing wrong with them. But if you want to try your hand at vectoring, go for it. It's a slightly different process than bitmapping, but you know, it's all basically the same. You got your pencil tool, you got your paint tool, but you'll notice some differences pretty quickly whenever you start. But hey, for your next logo, you may just want it to be a vector so you can slap it on that nice billboard. Now that was just a quick explanation of raster graphics versus vector graphics. If you want to see more examples of vectors or real life images turned into vectors, well, go to vectorconversions.com and don't forget that little dash. So thanks for watching. More quick bites coming soon. So we'll holler at you later.